DJ Food, some electronica from 2000, two 10-inches trip-hop down-tempo breaks, UK Press, and that great Werner Panton cover of The Future we once had. Bonnie Culloch, great tapestry of psychedelic folk rock in its quad, and this also actually has the whole press kit, not only the photo, but a whole bunch of other inserts. And Brass Impact, it's the brass choir with Warren Keim doing the conducting, and this is pretty groovy, soft tempo from 67. We've had it before, but this copy's sealed. Iron City House Rockers, Power Pop out of Pittsburgh from 1980, a real minty copy. This one's weird. Harvey Matuson's Jew Harp Band, and they all played the Jew Harp along with other instruments. It's really avant-garde psychedelia, and it was put out by Head Records, which was a UK short-lived label that put out nothing but weird psychedelic stuff. Horror Rock Classics Volume 2. It's shaped like a bat, which is pretty excellent, and it's got Cemetery Girls, which is a great enough number, but here it is, Cemetery Girls. It's kind of misspelled, but there's The Blob, Twilight Zone, Monster Mash, etc., and it's pretty uncommon. Flock of Seagulls, synth pop from 85. Caribbean Sounds. This is the Antillean Stars Steel Band, and I think it's maybe the only full-length record they did, but they also did a 7-inch around this time for one of the Sheratons out there. Pretty cool stuff. This Europress, smooth calypso sounds. Masaru Amada, really good Latin fusion jazz. Great pianist. Where was this recorded? In Tokyo, that's what I thought. Yeah, this is pretty good stuff, and it's a Japan press, too. Speaking of Japanese press, this is Jan and Dean's Surf City, which is pretty awesome. I love the Kodak color film tie-in. Kazumi Watanabe, a really good ambient fusion there, great guitarist. John Stevens Touching On, this has Alan Holdsworth on it, pretty wild free jazz, and this is the actual rare first issue German press. Sam, the Man Taylor, pretty good stuff here, Soul Jazz from 66, another Japanese press. Jan Garbarek, jazz from 77, and there's actually a lot of really good field recordings of the wind along the beach in Norway with this, and he's also using a wind harp, so there's a lot of really interesting experimental stuff on there. And this is the total now sound of the 60s, Guitar Underground, and of course Enoch Light was involved with that. And Metheny and Mays, As Falls Wichita, So Falls Wichita Falls from 81, jazz fusion classic. The Trogs, Wild Thing, is pretty cool, and it's also got good vibrations on it and a couple other good tracks. REM, Document from 87, original vinyl. The Screaming Blue Messiahs from 89. This is actually an audiophile vinyl. If you pull it out and hold it up to the light, it looks almost kind of cola-colored, maybe a little greener, but it's a really good press. And Jack Scott, Rockabilly from 1960, he just got like every award possible, and people couldn't believe his range and his ability, but this is pretty uncommon. It's a first mono press, decent player copy. And Current Audio Magazine, this is pretty cool because not only do they have Elvis and Ted Kennedy, etc., but our buddy Ed Sanders, he talks about Manson and all the stuff that, he wrote that book about them, the family. Pretty wild. And, of course, Monty Python, etc., So, got some good classical in here. And Caldera, Latin Fusion from 79. Been listening to them a lot lately. Pretty good stuff. And Star City, some sealed disco. And some sealed soft tempo. Kings Road, we love them. They're kind of loungy. They do a lot of really good covers, from the theme from SWAT to Dreamweaver, all kinds of cool stuff. Afternoon Delight, and of course this is a classic, Benson and Klug, smooth soul jazz, great guitar. Hubert Laws, this is a really good record actually, soul jazz from 75. Okay, and here's all kinds of great Europop, Italian press from 1980, and it's got Tornero, which we just talked about not too long ago, and Monica, Romanica Lisa, all kinds of great stuff that was on the radio in Europe at the turn of the 80s. And Riccardo Fagli, some more Europop from 82, Italian press, and the Cranberries, sealed.